So this is my blue Majin Buu. I did make a blue Majin Buu deck before, but it was just some creative thing. It wasn't like mono blue, obviously, because some of the Buu that exist were red. But now we have mono blue Buu. So on his front side of Majin Buu, his auto effect: when this card attacks a leader card, place the top card of your deck under this card. Then if there are two or more cards under this card, draw a card. So you'll be taking two cards off the top of your deck every time you attack with this leader to your opponent's leader. In order to awaken, you need to have 4 or less life. You may choose up to 2 of your energies, switch them to active mode, and then flip this card. You can awaken them without actually switching none of your energies to active mode, so you can choose 0 energy to awaken. Me personally, I still prefer draw 2 cards when I awaken, but this is the new stuff they're trying now. Interesting enough, this ability of untapping 2 energies is useful, especially when you awaken them, because you might want to use those extra 2 energies to play some 10k combo cards that will cost 1 energy each to play. So when you awaken him, he's Majin Buu completely revived. His auto ability: once per turn, when this card attacks, doesn't matter if it's the leader or one of your opponent's battle cards, place the top card of your deck under this card, then draw 1 card. So every time you attack with this, you'll be adding, well, this will only do it once per turn. So even though this does have an ability to make it where you can attack more than once, that auto effect should be only once for that turn. But if not, then that's just gonna be crazy that every time he attacks, even in the same turn, you can draw more cards. I'm just going with the idea that it can only do that ability once. But if it could do it more than once, oh my god. Alright, its active main, which I believe you can do more than once, is choose 5 cards under this card and place them into your drop area. Switch this card to active mode. It gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So when you first activate its active main effect, it becomes a 20k for the duration of the turn. Right? So you'll attack with it while it's still a 15k, right? Get its auto effect, place a card under it, draw a card. Typical stuff. And then you can combo and try to get that first attack to go through. Then activate its active main ability, sending 5 cards from under this card to the drop area. Switch it to active mode, give it the extra 5k, so now it's a 20k, and then you can attack with it. And then if you have the ability to combo, make it stronger. The usual stuff. What was good about the 5k power boost that is for the duration of turn, not just battle, is the fact that of course you can keep stacking it up. So since you can activate this active main effect, I believe, more than once, when you detach 5 more energies off this card, 5 more cards off this card, you'll stand it, it'll become 25k, and then of course whatever extra boost you give it, it'll have the extra boost. A good card to use, so let's go into the main deck. We cards like Senzu Bean, which will give it an extra 5k, so you can easily make it 30k and higher, depending on how many of these Senzu Beans you use, especially if you use more than 1 in that turn. Since the power boost is for the duration of the turn, that's what makes it great, because you'll give it the power boost, and then once you untap, or you go into active mode, then attack, you'll have that power boost, and then when you put it back into active mode again, you'll still have the power boost because it's until the end of the turn. So then when you attack again, you'll still have that power boost. So you want to give your leader Majin Buu, you know, power that lasts until the end of the turn, so that way he can be really strong. And the main strategy I'm going with is having him as my finisher, which is always good to have a leader as your finisher, because one, he's automatically on the field, he's already there, he's already going to put in some work, he's going to put in some early pressure in the beginning of the duel. You're going to start attacking, start doing stuff. Then you got encouraging President Monaka, so which is great. You'll give double strike for the duration of the turn to your leader, plus you'll draw a card, and let's say the card is a battle card, so you can use it to combo and boost up your leader even more, so that way the double strike can put in some work. And with the fact that you have Majin Buu, when he awakens, has the ability to go back into active mode, which means he can attack again and again and again. As long as you can keep detaching 5 cards from under this leader, you can stand and attack, stand and attack, stand and attack, right? So by giving it double strike for the duration of the turn, that's a lot of attacks you're going to get, a lot of damage. If you stand him twice in a single turn, which will be 10 cards you'll need to do that, you would be able to do about 6 damage with just your leader alone. And then of course you're gonna make your leader like 30 plus attack with your your combo cards and your Senzu beans and his own effect, of course, because he gets 5k when he stands, and since it's all for duration of the turn, he's gonna be really strong until the end of the turn. So that right there is the basic simpleness of what you're going to try to do with your leader. Definitely going to try to use him to finish off your opponent, but there are also a lot of main deck finishers, and there's other Boos in the deck. So we have Out of Control Evil Majin Buu. For me, he's like the whole the cell chain. That's the way I'm playing him. So Out of Control Evil Majin Buu, Union Absorb. Play one blue energy, place 1 battle card from your hand under this card. Choose up to 1 Majin Buu, blue Majin Buu, with an energy cost 5 from your deck and place it on top of this card. Then shuffle your deck. Right? It's like the cell thing, right? So my main target for that, there are, at least 1 or 2 more 5-drop Buu that are blue, and then there are some 5-drop Majin Buus that are red. Double checking this again. This does specify that it has to be a blue one, but there are some red ones. But anyway, this is my main target for that effect, which powers over Majin Buu. He's 25k dual attack, which is the main reason I play him. His active main effect is irrelevant, and so is his evolve. He's just a 25k dual attacker, so the ability to essentially on my 3rd turn get a 25k, they're gonna double attacker along with my leader, so that right there is like 3 attacks on my 3rd turn, relatively easy, unless I already have stuff on the field. But to have a battle card that can attack, if your opponent negates it, that's alright, you'll just attack again. And being able to give this Majin Buu, any type of power boost, for a duration of turn, which is always good to have, like using Senzu Bean to power him up to make him a 30k, they can attack twice. It's always good. You want to hit big numbers because you're trying to make it hard for your opponent to be able to block, or if they do block, they're going to have to waste their hands in order to try to block. But if they're using negates, good for them, but at least you'll be able to get rid of the negates. Magician's Father, Bibidi. This is a really good card, and essentially it's just another way to get Majin Buu out onto the field. Well, I'll read his whole effect. Permanent, all of the Majin Buu in your battle area gain barrier, which is nice. The ability to make it where your opponent's skills are useless against your boos. And then his auto effect, when you play this card, choose up to one out of control evil Majin Buu from your deck and play it, then shuffle your deck. So this is essentially just another copy of this out of control evil Majin Buu, because you definitely want the consistency, right? You want to get to a point where you get him out on the field as soon as possible, give him one card, play one blue energy, and then go into your power absorbing Majin Buu. And having a 25k that could become a 30k, 40k, 50k double attacker for the duration of turn is really good. If you want, and you want to try to fit in something destruction Champa to give double strike to this or anything else, hey, go ahead. Nothing wrong. It's all about dealing as much damage as possible, right? As quickly as possible. So it's always good to do more. But I'm just going with what the card can do. This card can already attack twice, so that's essentially going to be roughly 2 damage, at least 1 damage at worst. Best case scenario is of course 2 damage. Plus he looks so cool, don't he? Husky as hell, man. Of course, energy boosted Majin Buu because he's blue. He's a 1-drop, so he's good for like first turn play. Get that pluses. He just fills in the deck. Plus, he's a Majin Buu. Why not, right? He's the first original blue Majin Buu, so it makes sense to throw him in here because of the theme. Then we got, Furious Rush, Super Saiyan 3, Son Goku, and part of the Goku went Super Saiyan 3 in the Buu saga, right? So why not? But at the same time, it's a dual attacker. It's a 20k dual attacker. Unlike Buu, which is a 25k dual attacker, we have Goku, which is a 20k. So 5k less. But that's alright. The fact that it's a 20k double attacker is really good. Again, it's about attacking and forcing your opponent to do something, and then you're just attacking in, which forces them to do something in. And then he has a really good auto ability. When you play him, you draw a card. Enough said. Alright, and to help with the consistency, we have Kind Saiyan Son Goku, which essentially is like another copy of it. You play him, you look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up to 1 blue Son Goku among them, add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. As you can see, in his character slot it says Son Goku, so obviously you can use this to search and add this to your hand. Then for basic battle tricks, if you want to call them, of course, boost attack Piccolo. He's your 0 cost 10k. We have 4 less life. Draw a card. Then we have Raging Spirit Son Gohan. So this is the Piccolo Gohan package right here. After you use him for to combo by paying 1 energy, give 10k combo. After the battle, you can play this, and if your leader is a blue colored leader, which it is, obviously, right? You can play this card rested. So it's a way you can get a 10k boost but still have a body on the field, so it has extra value, you know what I mean? So that's why he's in there. I go to this one first, because essentially this is a super combo card. You can only have 4 up to 4 super combo cards in your entire deck. So here it is, the 4 copy in the deck. Powers combined Kibito Kai. Now he's essentially another copy of Piccolo. When you have 4 less life and your leader is blue, blah blah blah, get 10k combo power for the duration of the turn. Then choose up to 1 card in your opponent's combo area and return it to their owner's hand, which is a good way of reducing the power, the combo power your opponent's going to have, and return to the hand. And if there are no cards in your opponent's combo area, you'll draw a card, which is really good to reduce their combo area number and then increase your own by drawing a card. So this is a really good card. And then now we got Kibito's Kai's Attendant. Active main, switch this card to rest mode, choose one of your battle cards and return it to your hand, then choose one up to one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost 3 or less and return it to their hand. Now this is just a cute little trick card, right? Where the idea is I will play it, I will rest him, target himself to add him back to my hand, just so I can bounce a energy cost 3 or less a card on my opponent's side field back to their hand. You know, just so I can clear their board or something, especially if I use this against let's say they drop their own Raging Spirit Son Gohan. Now it's rested, it's on their side of the field. So then I pay 2 energies, play Kibito, and now I rest Kibito by using his effect, rest him, use his effect to bounce him back to my hand, to bounce my opponent's Raging Spirit Son Gohan back to their hand. That way they won't have this 15k body on their side of the field for when it's their turn. If they want to play it, they're going to have to play 3 energies, right? Or they're going to try to combo to get it back onto the field, all that type of stuff. But at least you're forcing them to replay a move. Plus now you know they have the Raging Spirit Gohan. You could try to play around it. Let's say you have a card effect. They came out with a card effect that lets you call out a card name and then make your opponent discard it. This would be useful in those regards, among other things. We get the idea. But another thing you can do is you can keep Kibito onto the field, right? Summon him, use his ability to rest him, and then bounce any of your other battle cards to your hand. Preferably anything that gets into the battlefield effects, like a Boo, add it back to your hand, play it for 1 energy, draw a card. So you know, you get the idea. The ability to, if you can keep it on the field long enough, he's 10k, so it wouldn't be that hard to keep on the field. Keep on the field long enough that you can use this effect over and over again to bounce energy boosted Majin Buu back to your hand, play it for 1 energy, draw a card, and keep on going. You get the idea. A good substitute for that would be for you to bounce Furious Rush Super Saiyan Goku to your hand instead, because once you play him, you know, you'll get to draw a card, and that's a 20k body right there. So that's another target you can bounce your hand to get a draw out of it. Another thing you can do, of course, is that you can bounce Magician's Father BBD back to your hand, play him, and get another out of control Evo Majin Buu from the deck onto the field. Use his ability to get from your deck onto the field a Powers Over Majin Buu, which again is a 25k dual attacker. Still only real reason he's in the deck for that. So you know, there are some little tricks, a couple of things you can do. You know, use Goku and thin out your deck by playing Goku, look at the top 7 cards, getting another Kind Saiyan Goku, play that one, look at the top 7 cards, you know, keep doing that, and then use Kiba's Attendant, rest them to bounce Goku back to the hand. If you have 1 energy, play it, look at the top 7 cards, you know, you get the idea. So couple good things you can do with Kibito Kai's Attendant. So that's why he's in there, for some little shenanigans. And then the final card of the deck, Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. it's just another finisher needed to, you know, to finish the deck off with something. So why not have an extra finisher in the main deck? He's a double striker, 25k. Permanent ability, your opponent can't activate counter cards against this card's attack. So that's really good. They can still combo, of course, but they can't negate his attack with like Weak's Cohesion or something like that, or one of the battle cards that have the ability to negate and counter an attack and then summon themselves or do some shit. So the fact that it can protect himself, making your opponent can't negate its attack, is awesome. And then when this card attacks, choose up to 5 battle cards in your energy area and then combo with them. So it's a good way to guarantee you can just, you know, boost them up to the point where you can take your opponent down. And I believe that you don't pay no energies to do the combo. You just grab the battle cards in your combo area and then just combo with them. So you can grab a lot of the 10k combo cards in your battle in your energy area and then just instantly combo, right? So that way you have a double strike, 25k. They can go through. Probably be hard for your opponent to combo, or if they can combo out, because remember they can't negate his attack, so you're going to attack, you won't be able to negate. So you can definitely just go straight into your combo phase, right, where you'll combo with a couple cards from your hands, plus you'll combo with cards from your battle area, and you can easily make this double striker, let's say a 70k, 80k, 100k freaking attacker, and guarantee to get that 2 damage in to finish your opponent off. And there's only 2 copies of it in deck because it's just in case. It's a pretty decent finisher. Another good option you could use to go with the whole dual attacking thing, you can use the 6-drop 25k dual attack Vegeta, something God Energy Vegeta or something like that. But I went with the Goku one instead, because I have Kind, Saiyan, Son Goku, and it's searchable. You know, so that's the main reason why I went with Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. Plus it goes with the theme, you know, Goku with the Spirit Bomb against Majin Buu type stuff. And again, this deck is made to be simple. You can trick it out, you know, mix match, add some other stuff in here of your liking. I just wanted to simplify it and keep it straightforward and simple, and that's the end of the deck profile.